Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh, howdy there, Mr. Winslow.
Yeah. Been a while.
I used to buy the toy paint from you for my birdies at the wheelwright.
Yeah, I had all that paint ready for you, but then I believe I heard you sold it to us.
Yeah, I give it back to the government. I just,
Yeah,
want to live with my people.
yeah, I understand that.
I need to offer also you an apology and a thank you at the same time. There was a court hearing here about someone's expungement and someone was screaming outside about their brother. You recall that?
What?
Do you recall during a court hearing someone was screaming outside about
Yeah, I
their
remember
brother?
that. Yeah.
That was me. So I offer my
Yeah.
apologies, but I also offer you a thank you because I heard it was a closed the last part was a closed thing. So I thank you for that as well.
No worries.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, this horse is not scared of anything.
It's a beautiful horse.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a Glab Rooper. He tries to stomp snakes. I don't understand.
Snakes and bandits and everything.
Yeah, he tries to stomp everything. I should have named him like Sidestepper or something.
Howdy.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Seem a little tired. You sure you can do this today?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Evan, Songbird, hello.
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 How's it hanging? How you been?
Busy.
I see, yeah.
I.
Busy is certainly a word for what I've heard.
Oh. What have you heard?
I don't know, there might be a mini Evan somewhere, I've heard.
That's correct.
Congratulations, you two.
Yep, it was still at horse at first sight.
Hey, look at that bird over there,
Where?
Great
What bird?
distraction.
What does this local want? He's like nervous. Are you okay, sir? You can go, sir, you can go talk to the judge. Oh, okay. Wait, come back. Where are you going? Okay,
Oh, maybe he's scared of the judge.
maybe. I think that local.
This place has great books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what?
He walked up to I mean, the tile and was like, should I even go over there? I was like, I mean, you can go talk to him. And he just walked away. Guess he got scared of you.
Good.
Must have been his
Good.
tall stature.
I told you he was scared of the judge. I have a question. Are we allowed to read the books in the library there? I
I
like
mean,
to
I
read.
can unlock it for you, but it stays.
I don't think we're gonna get much of a turnout for this one as we did with what was Rebecca. I don't think we're gonna get as much of a turnout, honestly.
Well, as
We
long
had
as I
like
didn't say
almost
anything,
20 people.
we're good.
Yeah.
Because as I was
Just to
reading all
refresh my
this,
memory, aren't you the one that got your head shaved or something by the geriatrics?
Oh, you?
yes. Oh my
That's
gosh.
Oh,
oh.
didn't they glue a fucking beard to your
What?
face? They glued a beard
Yes.
to his face, I
Yeah.
Why?
believe.
Yeah. And then
Why did they do
Chisholm
that?
and Vivian shaved my face with a knife.
Why did they? Why did they do that to you?
I don't know. They were different. Of course, they decided that all horses belong in the courthouse too. If you remember that. Especially in the judge's chamber. Gosh, that was another nightmare.
Okay, I've mailed your 3 recommendation people and have asked them to come if they wish to say anything more.
Enjoy
Just so we
that
have some
gem in you.
people.
That gem of a memory there, Mr. Ayers.
It was quite a good memory.
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised when you told me you had quite the record, what I found when I sent in that subpoena.
Oh yeah, like
I
what
read
was it?
every single one.
I think it was it 11 aggravated with 4 kidnappings all at
Oh,
once?
they sent me every specific arrest record, not so much your charges.
Oh, you'll know. The lesson there
Let's just say
was never free of.
there's a lot of words and a lot of letters that were sent.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah.
One of these pictures, whoever arrested you did you absolutely dirty. They took a picture of you from like down here, and it was facing up. So I don't know what happened, but I think it's the haircut you had on at the time.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Here, I have the picture with me. Wait,
I think I know this one.
there you go. I've here. Check your long distance.
Oh, that one. Yes. That was I believe the bank robbery in Rhodes.
Oh God.
I think it's that one, and that was by Soli. I think.
Is it? Let me see.
That has to be because.
Alistair Butcher. He was at some point I see that he used to be a marshal,
Yes.
but I don't know if he was when this happened. But
Yes.
apparently you victimized Henrietta Edwards. And the marshal in question, if he was a marshal at this time.
Victimized her.
I
Yeah,
don't know what it
okay.
says.
What?
I'm whispering. It says, while being interviewed for an investigation, Mr. Ayers admitted to releasing confidential information to the Gabagouli family. He claims that he was asked for a word by them, and when they asked for information, Mr. Ayers felt intimidated and revealed confidential information. That's why you were arrested. I think you
Yeah.
were filed for corruption.
Yep, that would be the corruption.
Really? Come on. It couldn't have been like you robbed a bank while on duty, nothing?
No. So
Nothing
that
cool?
was the information of who the head barber was.
Okay. How did you find that out?
Well, Henrietta.
Wow. You're in. Wow. Insurrection. Okay, maybe I didn't read this one right. I haven't seen an insurrection charge in my entire time reading. Like, just looking at the paper glances of dockets, I've never seen anyone charged with insurrection. Because our dockets are in like a glass case, right? So we can look into them, but we can't take anything from them, you know? Like, I can see everything at a face value, but like anything else is kind of.
Yeah, basically, you can view and go through everything, but you just can't take it out and hand it to other folks.
Yeah.
Basically, I guess a better way to do it is imagine all of them have chains on them, so you can only take them so far.
Oh
Yeah.
Like if somebody put a chain on
Yeah.
a book.
Wow.
Exactly.
I was looking back at one of the statements. Involved
Well,
officers: Amelia Arson, James Arson, Marshall Franklin, Marshall Carter,
Uh-huh.
What are we talking
Sheriff
about?
Jesse Chisholm.
Yep.
I'm looking back at some of
This
these.
is the corruption one.
Yeah,
Everybody
the-
was involved. Every marshal.
everyone. Under Sheriff Sean Green. Haven't heard
Uh,
that name.
Yeah, that was.
Leona Steele,
Yep.
Corporal Bertie Gatling,
Yep.
and possible other law enforcement officers. Jesus. Yeah, that's kind of wild. It's a lot of people.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I was like, you know what? May as well take another look at what all these things are, because I haven't read them in quite a bit. Whew! Jesus, how many fucking things were you involved in? I forgot.
Two big incidents.
Unless these are all like singular separate statements from each individual
So,
person just listing who's
Why
there, this is
it
a
was
lot.
insurrection? I'll give you why.
Or maybe whisper it.
Basically, when I told that to Gabagoolies when Henrietta
Chisholm
was
is coming.
that Henrietta gave up the information to me that Dale was the head barber at the time, that's when it started a whole gang war.
Oh, you did that? Oh shit.
So I ended up with 4 gangs in the
Hello?
middle of Valentine shooting the shit out of each other.
Oh.
So you had the Gobblegoolies, you had the Webbers, you had the Geriatrics, and then Henrietta's gang, which was the BBC or BBB.
BBC.
No, no.
Excuse my wife, she found that very funny.
It was
The
Yeah.
BPS, Black Powder Syndicate?
no, it was
Oh,
the Bareback Boys.
interesting. And Henrietta was like the head honcho of that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the BBB was her signature. And I didn't know it at the time, but if I remember when I figured it out after I looked at this one camp all the way in Armadillo, it was
Mhm.
the Bareback Boys.
Wow. That's how you figured that out, huh?
Yeah, and then she eventually told me.
Ah. Well, if you hadn't had revealed that information to them, I'm sure you would have still been a lawman today. Chisholm is on her way over.
And after this, we have to go to Strawberry Songbird. Our furniture's ready.
Oh, okay,
There's
good.
a carpentry up there?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, well, I guess I did know, but I've never put an order in with them.
Yeah. We've been waiting, what, 2 weeks?
Oh, goodness.
ah.
I've been waiting a lot longer. Everyone went to Raven. Down in Valentine, it's just been flooded. Apparently, we're 7th on the list to get our furniture.
Oh, I haven't even gotten a mailbag. Maybe I'll just tell her cancel. It's that far back.
Yeah. No, we didn't. We didn't go through Strawberry. Valentine was. Well, I did just say that, but wait, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Let's
Carpentry.
backtrack a little. So you put an
Carpentry
order in
back
with
order.
Raven Eye?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, maybe cancel that, depending on if he hasn't mailed you yet or not.
He hasn't, so
You put in an order with 2 carpentries, or
yeah.
okay,
Let's see
that's
which
fair.
one bit first.
Which one went first? Yeah.
Strawberry, apparently.
Hmm. Yeah. We're still waiting on ours. I haven't gotten anything. Ooh, wait.
Oh, yeah. All we
Yeah.
wanted is like a couple items. Just like the 40 fences we put at Winslow's. Tie way back when.
Well,
What?
once any of y'all are ready,
Hmm.
are you all
Yeah.
ready? Do you got everyone here? You're waiting for
Waiting
Chisholm.
for Chisholm. And
Okay.
then, yeah, we can start. I mailed Delaney and Amos, but they may not be awake at the moment. Delaney also was just found after being missing for 4 days, so
Wait, the
I don't
lady
really
was
know.
missing.
She was kidnapped or something. I'm not too sure. It
I know,
seems she was tortured as well.
Saw her last. What was that songbird? Last Saturday?
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
Yeah, we went to her
My mind's been on
tailoring
cookies.
tailoring shop
Yeah.
to get an order, and I mean, holy crap!
Yeah. It's a doozy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna take off this jacket and pocket watch. Okay, that's better. It's getting hot.
Yeah. Hot.
Yes, as
You
you're
need-
wearing a poncho.
You need to go down to Austin.
Ah,
This is kind of
Hello,
cold
hello.
out actually for me.
Cold.
oh, she's here.
Hello.
Yes, I told you she was coming. Oh, a train. Maybe
believe
we'll get a
it's-
train full of people.
I believe it's Vivian coming in.
Most
Told her
likely.
this was happening as well.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
Want to drive one of those, but coal's too expensive.
Why?
So I've heard, at least.
$50 a bag probably.
100, I think.
No,
Is
it's
it? No?
35. It's 35
35.
over in the mining company there in North Lemoyne.
Oh,
35
Duke's
there.
Mining? Okay.
Yeah, it's 35 there.
I think Jessica was saying the train eats a lot of coal.
does.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
It does.
I did a ride with Vivian last night. She went through 100 bags and did the north and south rails. Twice.
Wow. That's
When
I don't
I-
know about that. 100 bags of coal? Jeez.
Yeah.
You'd
'Cause
think
I
a
went-
bag would hold about 100 pieces, but
Well, and apparently
Not.
so so Duke's is the only place that is selling the coal bags right now.
Oh,
Can't you
yeah.
make them
Yeah.
It's
yourself?
probably. I think
Yeah.
so.
Can, but
So,
That's what
yeah.
I do for my boat.
Yeah, I don't know. If the train itself is a one-time payment of 20,000 and then 1,000 taxes, I'd do it. It's just the coal is my issue. I don't have enough money to facilitate that much coal.
yeah, yeah, I had a conversation with my sister about that the other day as well.
Like, I'm sure if I was a lawman and a train conductor, it'd probably work out a little better. But lawyer and a train conductor, nah, not a good mix.
Yeah, I put a thing in the newspaper about it based on the conversation I had with my sister.
Yeah, let's see, when we ran it, we would do 8
Hmm.
bags, and we could do 2 rounds, north and south rail.
So that's
And
not entirely bad.
But then we would have to pay for water, which was like
Oh,
200. Only 200.
Water-
dollars.
Water's
Yeah.
not that bad. Just the
But,
coal. The coal is the main issue for me of owning one if I were to.
yeah, and
as
then
of
we
current.
had a couple friends doing the coal for us. It was back. That was when Drummond owned that mining company. And
Oh,
it was like
goodness.
$50 a bag.
Ooh.
We're like, no.
A little expensive.
So one of our friends wanted to do it for 30, 35 around in there, and we bought bags from him.
Right. Yeah, honestly,
the-
if Tumbleweed still had the mining company going, I think it does, right? It was repossessed, but I don't know if anyone bought it.
I think the ant one up at Ansburg's for sale,
Okay.
Yeah.
but
I'll be inside when you're ready.
Alrighty.
Yep.
but yeah, the bigger problem right now is they can't so the train conductors aren't getting any income, so they can't afford to buy the coal bags to begin with. So if they're not
They-
We
if
didn't
they're
even
not
get
if they're
income to begin with, but yeah.
if they're
Yeah.
not gaining any income to afford to buy the coal bags, and there's no reason for the miners to keep the coal bags in stock, which means there's no
Yeah.
coal bags to run the train.
Well,
It's a cyclical problem.
It's kind of like the cavalry, all over
And
again.
there's just
Oh,
there's just
goodness.
no economy for it right now, and so
Right.
if they can get these missions figured out, then that would probably start
Yeah,
generating a little bit
'cause-
of revenue, and then that creates the basis for an economy, and then you can figure it out from there.
That I would
Yeah.
honestly buy a train if it was something like that. I would invest in a train.
Yeah.
If they were, the train can make money on its own without tickets in
We
some
were
degree.
picking up locals, and they weren't. I think
Are
they
we
were
all
getting
ready?
20 or 30 a stop.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
see if
we're
my
all
sister's
ready.
coming, but yeah,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all ready to proceed whenever. Is that Stephanie? Might be. But yeah, we're ready to proceed whenever. No! The curse.
Too muscly.
Hey, I'm fine with that. It's the way she likes it.
I like the redwood trees.
Tall and skinny? You're not tall and skinny. Evan?
I get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, now I'm okay.
I'm wait. I just let you think it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This makes a little more sense. Now that I had a moment.
Mhm. He just got it, Songbird. He figured it out.
Oh,
I didn't get it at first. Took me a minute.
We go tree cutting a lot.
Sure.
a lot. Yeah. That's why I'm tired all the time.
tired, hungry, and
Sure.
full of redwood.
Are you not feeding her?
I have a big appetite, you know.
Sure.
Okay. Vivian's got to stay with the train because she can't park it here, so
Oh,
she's
okay.
she's probably not going to come in. But
Okay.
Okay.
Makes
I'm here.
sense. All right, yeah, then we're ready. Let's
Well,
all
go.
head in.
All right.
Okay. You coming in, or you gonna stay on duty?
Which side would you prefer us to stand on, Your Honor, or sit on?
What'd you say?
Which side would you prefer us to stand and or
You're
sit
the only
on?
ones here. I don't fucking
Okay.
care.
Okay, I guess sit wherever then, and we'll stand here. Evan, if you want to stand next to me.
Maybe. But you're so tall.
Okay. What's that got to do with
Just
anything?
sit wherever.
The light bulb just shattered.
It's probably me.
Probably the heat hitting the cool at the same time. Sometimes that shatters things.
Uh,
Oh, I thought it was my waist.
Mr. I.
We won't talk about your certain uses of voice.
Okay. Wish my tattoos were a little higher. They kind of don't look as professional as they should be.
All right. So, are you both ready?
Yes, we're ready.
All right. All right. This will be the expungement hearing for Evan Ayers, docket number 1891073-102. I don't really care about going over the rest of it. This is a hearing. This ain't a trial. So, all right. You have anything you'd like to say before we begin? You know, opening anything you'd like to say? You or your client.
I don't have anything, Your Honor, unless my client does.
I didn't have anything either, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Ayers, you were requesting the court give you a second chance at proving that you can be a responsible member of society. Now, you were facing quite a slew of, you had quite a few charges that you faced. You want, well, let me read off each and every one of these. So, and on the 18th of the 8th, in 1890, you were arrested for corruption. Let's read what this statement says. While being interviewed for an investigation, Mr. Ayers admitted to releasing confidential information to the Gabagool family. He claims that he was asked for a word by them, and when they asked for information, Mr. Ayers felt intimidated and revealed confidential information. They sound about right?
Sounds about right.
All right. Well, as the first of the what two arrests you have, let's talk about it. I'd like to hear from you or your lawyer. You know everything about that. Well, don't both of y'all start talking at once.
Do you wish to speak on it, Evan? Or would you rather me?
I would rather you.
Okay. Your Honor, we acknowledge that corruption is a very serious charge. I believe, however, admitting to releasing information was a show of good conscience and regret. I believe this shows that Mr. Ayers was regretful of telling the information to others that were quite unsavory of being informed of such. The way I see it, the way I urge the courts to see it, is that as a man doing his duty to report to his officers that he had done something wrong and accepting the punishments of such.
Okay. So normally I would have an understanding of that, except for the fact that you broke out of jail. You wanna explain that?
Well, that wasn't by choice. I was kind of
Well, explain it.
kidnapped by Henrietta and brought across the whole county until she released me to all the geriatrics. And during that time, she tortured me along with Rachel Cardinal.
Okay.
If I may, Your Honor.
By all means.
Going based off of what the client has just said, as well as his thorough explanation of such, I see this as an unwilling escape. He was not willing to leave. He did not request to leave. He did not ask these people to break him out. As you just heard, he was tortured ruthlessly by whoever this Henrietta Edwards person is, as well as handed over to another criminal gang known as the Geriatrics, one of which the courts will know and do recognize that they are quite the dangerous folk. When they are doing crime, there is no doubt that they well, skip over any pleasantries. They do what they intend to do. They are both groups are dangerous, both Henrietta's as well as the geriatrics. I have witnessed at least one count of the geriatrics committing crime in front of my very own eyes. It is not a good sight to see. So with that, Mr. Ayers did not leave the jail cell willingly, rather forcefully against his own will.
Okay. Reading over everything, I'm not seeing anything mentioning about geriatrics.
Well, McElroy picked me up at the dock with all the geriatrics to bring me back to.
Where was this?
This was in St. Denis because they brought me all the way to Guarma at the time.
Okay.
And
Why?
then they used me for an exchange of all their crimes to be erased for that day. And the marshals accepted that deal.
Okay. So, all right. So let me get this straight. You arrested. You got broken out, dragged around county, tortured, handed off to a group of criminal old men. Those old men then negotiated the return of you for a forgiveness of their crimes. Do you know what they did?
All, if I remember, it was just a general store robbery. It was the only thing during that day.
Oh. Okay. All right.
So I wasn't worth what much apparently.
All right. So about the corruption. Walk me through it.
So they,
Before you begin, I want to remind you, you aren't gonna. This isn't to arrest you again. This is merely just so I can paint a picture. You've already been arrested, charged,
oh
and
yeah,
dealt
oh
with.
yeah.
So there's no worry about. You can talk freely. It's not going to be that I'm. Again, this is a hearing. I need to be able to know everything. So feel free. I'm not. No one's going to get arrested from this. This is merely me trying to evaluate everything. So continue.
So Henrietta was in the cells and she wanted lesser time, so she gave me confidential information and I accepted it for lesser time at when she was turned herself in. I don't remember which crimes that was at the time,
That's unimportant.
but regardless, then within the next day, the Gabagoolies approached me and they asked for information to the point of threatening me, and I gave up Henrietta for the safety of my life.
Okay, I do know. I do want to note for you that it does state that you admitted that there was law less than 100 yards away from you during this.
Right, so pretty much we're in front of the courthouse, and law would be where the dock was at the time by the
Okay.
sheriff's office. That that distance to give you a picture.
All right.
Which of course ended up in a gang war in Valentine in the end.
All right. All right. Is that all you got to say about it?
During the incident,
Well,
yes.
looking back on it, anything
Ref-
you want to say about it?
yeah, so reflecting upon that, I should have not done that for one. Two, should have contacted the marshals on that information and wrote something up in the investigation for the for the Gabagoolies at the time, knowing
Okay.
that Dale was the head barber at that time.
All right. So you understand that though your part in it may have been somewhat minor in your eye, in most people's eyes, that the reason why it was taken so seriously is that your actions, directly or indirectly, that could be argued with that, led to violence to break out in a town.
Correct.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading over this next thing. All right. So the next piece of this is you were. Oh, geez. You were charged with 3 counts of attempted murder, mayhem, insurrection, and 13 counts of aggravated battery and kidnapping. This happened on the 23rd. This happened, what? This happened 5 days after your corruption. You want to elaborate on this?
Yes. That happened when I was with Winnie Weber. And he knew that Mr. Weber was up in Coulter. And we went to go get him back. So we tied up 4 or 5 lawmen by the time we got surrounded. And it was kind of our little game of seeing how many lawmen we could tie up.
All right. So, why did you do this?
I wanted to help Winnie out to get Mr. Weber back.
To help get Mr. Weber back? Is that what
Lenny
you said?
Weber. Yes.
To get him back?
Yes.
Elaborate.
So we wanted to break him out of Coulter. Where he was up there in distress. Which was not a very wise decision on our part. But that was during my darker times at the time.
Remember to
And
express remorse when saying all of this.
that was trying to, well, I'll just say that I was trying to join in with the Webers at the time. But reflecting back onto that, that was not something I should be ever doing. Due to how much Henrietta twisted my mind at that time.
All right. So, having had the time to reflect on on all this, what are your thoughts on this now?
None of this should have happened to begin with.
Express that you made mistakes and you will and have learned from them and will continue to apply the things you have learned to them in your life going forward.
Yeah, so
I'm whispering that to you so you can say it.
going forward, like now working for the Undertakers, have my own, have a house, have a wife, have a child on the way, and I have learned that life is so easily to be taken away, as I have done many things in my past that have haunted me. Going forward, I will do better than what I did.
And how do you plan to do better going forward?
I have spent many nights alone and got a lot of time to really think about the Henrietta, and after being it within the Morys, how easily they always want to go after law, or and they don't see the bigger picture of how really law and order protects protects the citizens.
All right. All right. The last thing is you had one more out of charge this year. The 1st of February this year, you were arrested for 1 count of bank robbery, 3 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of smuggling of illegal items. Want to talk on that?
Yeah, that was during my Mori times where we were raising our funds for our criminal organization at the time. And we decided to hit the Rhodes Bank, and we found a couple people to use as hostages that happened to be around Rhodes. And yeah, we a lot. I was the one that didn't get away.
All right. So, with the sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts. With the with the time that you have spent now without committing a crime, or at least caught for a crime, what have you learned from your last arrest? What have you taken away that has shown that what you have done is wrong and convinced you to change your ways?
Explain that. If I may speak for my client, Your Honor.
Yeah, of course.
With this time that Mr. Ayers has spent away from crime, I believe he has learned that crime is bad, as we all know. Crime is not something desirable by the common man. It can be tempting, as seen by previously explained, being threatened by many people and being urged to do crime can definitely have an influence on the mind as well as your actions as a person. However, I think what's important is that after his last arrest, Mr. Ayers did not go and commit any crimes under the eyes of the law that he was caught for. And that shows
Nice
a
case
lot
there.
of that he was caught for. And I believe that says something about a person when they have been tempted over and over and over. And sure, they fed into those temptations, but eventually they have stopped, realized the errors of their ways, and continued on with a normal civilian lifestyle away from crime, away from law, away from really anything that would involve a criminal lifestyle in some capacity. I think that speaks volumes on a person's character, how they have changed, as well as what they could be thinking behind those closed doors of the mind that they may not be speaking on. Mr. Ayers, I've spoken to him multiple times, and in those times, I can see that he is a changed man from what I've spoken with him about during this, or what we have spoken about that is being spoken about within this hearing. Uh, of course, as said, he is starting a family. He needs to provide for said family, and without this expungement, um, honestly, I feel that it wouldn't give him the closure that he needs to start anew. He is starting a new life with his current wife, who sits in this courtroom today before us on his right in support of him. He has a child on the way, of course. That is very important, as well as his wish to become a doctor to provide for his family. He wishes to pursue a legal way of making money by already working for an undertaker. And I believe this speaks volumes. He wishes to do things legally this time. I believe if Mr. Ayers was not remorseful for his actions, then he would have continued to do crime and probably wouldn't be standing here in this courtroom today before you asking for a second chance.
All right. Thinking about all this, I appreciate hearing everything from both you and that. That is all the charges on there. Now, I see you have some people here. I assume they're here to speak on your behalf, Mr. Evans?
If they wish to.
Okay. Uh, do either of you two, before we open it to the floor, have anything you'd like to say as to reinforce the idea that you deserve an expungement? Basically, do you have anything you'd like to say to show the courts that you're true in your intentions to change your ways?
Just one thing, and that was that I ever since left the Morris or the Nashes, they would say too. And I haven't, for me personally, haven't looked back since into crime since I've left them.
If I may speak, Your Honor. We want the courts to understand that Mr. Ayers was tempted at every turn to commit criminal acts. He committed corruption due to being threatened. Sure, should he have called the law? Yes. I do agree with that statement. He should have called the law or flagged a local or something or other to get himself out of the situation. However, he was tempted and forced to give up information and commit the crime of corruption. While a serious one, we should urge the courts to remember that this was what he did under those circumstances. Could it have been under any different circumstances? I believe Mr. Ayers would not have given up the information he did to Henrietta that day. I mean, the Gabagoolies that day, sorry. We also urge the courts to remember that temptations are the foundation of life. Life around us tempts us at every turn. It could tempt you to, I don't know, smoke when you don't wish to, drink when you don't wish to. It's how you deal with those temptations that defines who you are. And I believe Mr. Ayers deserves this expungement because at every turn, after his last arrest, he had denied those temptations and those feelings of wanting to be a criminal, if any were present. That is all.
Okay. All right. I need a second. All right. I appreciate all your words. If you both want to take a seat to the side, if anyone in the audience wishes to speak, I will be giving the opportunity.
Take the chair.
Your Honor, I would like to speak on the behalf of Mr. Ayers.
All right. Please state your full name for the record.
My name is Dr. Jesse Chisholm Vale, Chief Medical Director of the Bandera Medical Department.
All right. You may speak.
When I first met Evan, I was sheriff of the West Elizabeth Sheriff's Office. Evan, I don't recall upon meeting him what rank Evan was. I want to say he was a corporal and promoted up while I was away. It was kind of an interesting time for me. I took a long hiatus from law for a little while and then came back for a couple weeks, pretty much shot straight up to sheriff, and then over the course of a week, and then immediately had to go back on a vacation. And when I came back, I had a whole new team in place with which I had to learn new faces, get along with, and I was very lucky to have a group of individuals that were extremely capable, that I put a lot of faith and trust in. I knew they could get the job done, and Evan was one of those people. Evan became a sergeant while I was in charge of the department. While a sergeant with the West Sheriff's Office, he assisted in the training and hiring of several of our officers. Um, he did a fantastic job at it. He was one of the best officers I had, and it just he was an extreme benefit and help. Him and Jason Priest. And the day that I found out both of them had gone corrupt, it did break my heart. And I was very sad. I was never angry at Jason or Evan, never angry. Disappointed, yes, and extremely, extremely sad. But I don't believe Evan ever had any malicious intent towards the sheriff's office or law in general with his actions. I don't believe he was intentionally hiding things or trying to cause mischief or violence to occur. That these actions did wind up happening, it is incredibly unfortunate. And we dealt with a lot of repercussions from that following that event. But including the Battle of Valentine that Evan mentioned. But like I said, I don't think Evan intended for any of those things to happen. And I know that, or I believe that if he could go back and change the outcome of things, he'd still be a sergeant, if not a sheriff today. I understand. I understand he has a interest in joining the medical department. I do believe in giving people a second chance, and I would be more than willing to stand behind him and offer my recommendation for him if he does choose to follow that path. And that's all I have to say, Your Honor, unless you have any questions
Alrighty.
for me.
No, I think I've heard well. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Could I bum something to drink and eat off of somebody, please?
I have something. What is your train ticket number?
41, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Anyone else who'd like to speak?
Yeah, I would.
All right. All right. Please state your full name and then you may proceed.
Song Ayers. I am the wife of Evan.
Okay.
So there's a lot of history that I have with law myself and not so good things. But at the end of the day, Evan also always guides me to seek out the law. I had some issues lately with people following me or someone doing some weird thing, but he instructed me to go to law. I think if he wanted to go further with the darker side, he would have done things himself, but he did not. I'm not one that also tolerates crime in general. I tend to report a lot of things, if not any and all. I've helped my uncle go and turn himself in to that sort of degree, so I can vouch for his good intentions. That and he takes good care of me. That's all I got to say for now.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else?
If I may, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, if you may. You may.
Could we now move on to the recommendation letters if no one else is willing to?
Yeah, I
speak?
wanted to give a chance for anyone who might have been, thinking in their head there for a minute.
Mhm.
All right, we can move on to recommendation letters if you want to read them off. Or if you just want to pass them over to me, I can read them.
Sure thing. I'll go ahead and read them. Recommendation from should I still read this? It's from Chisholm again, or Mrs. Vale again, but does state some more about why she wishes to recommend him. I don't know if you want to rehear majority of what was said, Your Honor. Okay. To the courts. My name is Dr. Jesse C. Vale. I currently serve as the chief medical director for Bandera
Wait,
County.
didn't you just speak?
That's why I asked you if you wanted me to read it off, and then I didn't.
Oh, these are the ones that have already spoken?
No, these two of them are not, but the one that Miss Vale wrote expands a little more on what she said. Where did I leave off? Oh, and I currently serve as the chief medical director for Bandera County. Prior to this role, I was the sheriff of West Elizabeth, where I had the opportunity to work closely with Sergeant Evan Ayers during his time with the sheriff's office. Evan was, without question, one of the most capable and committed officers I worked with. He played a central role in the training and development of our recruits and was a steady and reliable leader during routine patrols. I came to trust him deeply, both as a colleague and as a friend. It was therefore devastating to learn that Evan had been involved in misconduct that led to his dishonorable discharge. The betrayal of public trust is never a small matter, and I do not wish to diminish the seriousness of his actions. However, I also believe that a person's worst decision should not forever erase a lifetime of service or the potential for redemption. Since that time, Evan has approached me with humility and accountability. He has not made excuses, and he has expressed a genuine desire to rebuild his life through honest work. It is in that spirit that I am offering this letter, not as an attempt to excuse the past, but to acknowledge that people can change, and that their skills and experience may still serve the public good in a different context. Should the court see fit to clear his record, I believe Evan Ayers could be an asset to the Bandera County Medical Department, and I would be open to supporting his participation in a non-enforcement capacity under strict oversight. Sincerely, Dr. Jesse C. Vale, Chief Medical Director, Bandera County Medical Department. The next one is from Medical Director Dr. Amos Sinclair. To the courts, I write this letter on behalf of Mr. Evan Ayers, whose name is well regarded throughout the Armadillo community. For as long as I've known him, Mr. Ayers has been a steady hand and a friendly face. He is always first to lend help where it's needed and the last to ask anything in return. I can think of a number of times that Mr. Ayers has helped myself or my wife, Maggie, with work or errands and asked nothing in return. He is also a defender of the community, but never hasty to draw a gun. He's made it quite his quiet duty to welcome newcomers, offer guidance, and keep peace among neighbors. Folks like Mr. Ayers are the backbone of a town like ours, and I believe he is well deserving of a clean slate to match the good he's done. Respectfully, Dr. Amos Sinclair, Medical Director, Bandera Medical Department. The last one is from Sergeant Delaney Wilder. To the courts. I'm writing on behalf of one of Mr. McMillan's clients, Mr. Evan Ayers, to share the positive impact he has had on my life since I've known him. Several months ago, I was living in Armadillo while running the local undertaker's office. Mr. Ayers, along with a few others, would often stop by, usually during quieter moments when I found myself alone and most vulnerable back in the back of my shop. His bakery was located just down the road, and he always made a point to check in on me, ensuring I was safe and well. In all my experiences with him, I have never known Mr. Ayers to be a criminal. Quite the opposite. He has always been kind, courteous, and respectful, not only to me, but also to my family when we were living in Armadillo. I had a chance to know him more deeply than the rest of my family did, simply because of my work keeping me down there more frequently. Over time, I came to know the broader community in Armadillo, meeting people from all walks of life. Through it all, Mr. Ayers remained a rare gem, steadfast in his character and compassion. Even recently, I've crossed paths with him again, including at my tailor shop in Saint Denis, where I had the pleasure of helping his wife. True to form, he continues to be just as kind and gracious as I've always known him to be. Sincerely, Delaney Wilder. And that is all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Evans, seems like you got quite a few people who are rooting for you. All right. If that's everything to be said, this is a short deliberation on my part. If you both wish to approach here.
Of course, Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
All right. This is pretty simple. Mr. Evans, you have quite a lot of people fighting in your corner here today. You've shown that you have an understanding that what you did was wrong and that things need to change. You've not shown yourself to be someone who doesn't understand what their actions cause. You've also been open and willing to know and understand what your issues are. I have a couple words I'd like to say. All right. Sorry. I needed to get myself composed here for a sec. So, with what I was saying, you have shown yourself to be competent, and I do truly believe that you wish to change your life around. I want to remind you, though, you have quite a lot of people staking their name on your behalf. You need to make sure that that obviously I'm gonna give you your second chance, but you need to make sure that you take this second chance seriously. Don't be don't don't do something stupid to cause yourself to get arrested again. Be smart. I've known you for a bit back when you were you were a good lawman, but you made a stupid decision. And you accepted the consequences of your actions. You didn't plead not guilty. You didn't try to claim that it was wrong or any of that. You understood that what you did was wrong, and you showed that you can understand. You made quite a few mistakes. Nicest way of putting it. You fucked up 2 times after that. But you've served your time to the state. You've paid what has been decided to be your debt to society by the justice system. You may you may have done wrong in the past, but as the courts has always said, everyone should have the chance to redeem themselves. And I believe that with the group of people who are behind you and with the people who stand beside you, that you can, in fact, do good. So I will be accepting this expungement, and effective immediately, your record will be expunged. Now, I do want to remind you that this is your one and only chance. If you slip up or you crawl back to that side of breaking law and causing harm, you won't get another chance to redeem yourself. You understand that, Mr. Ayers?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand that completely.
All right. Now, whether or not law wants to bring you back is entirely up to them. You did plead guilty to corruption, and they are not legally required to accept you back in if you wish to apply for law. Just remember that. So, I can't change the court of public opinions on yourself, but in the eyes of the law, you will be, once again, a law-abiding citizen. Mr. Evans, I hope that you do prove everyone right today. Court will be dismissed, and your record will be expunged effective immediately.